Good morning. Welcome to Saturday Morning Comic Talk. I am here in Del Mar at the San Diego Rocket Con. So we're going to do a walkthrough of the floor. The show starts at 10, so we'll be kind of taking an early look. Some people might still be setting up, but we'll take a walk around, see if we can find anyone to talk to along the way. And I'm going to take the camera off of my face and move it to the con itself. So let's just fix that real quick. Sorry. 1 second. This is, there we go. Here we go. So now we are at the entrance of Rocket Con. It's the Del Mar Fairgrounds is where it's taking place. So there's a map of the floor. You look right here. That little dot at 116 is where you'll find me. So we're going to kind of walk through, take a look at the floor. This is the main entrance right here. So this is some of the guests that are appearing. A lot of great voice actors are present at this show. At the big or the Iron Giant. I wouldn't say full size, because the full size would be the size of this building. But yeah, let's take a look at what's going on. So this is the main floor. I've kind of done a little walkthrough earlier, and you can see there's a lot of vintage figures available. Also, lots of good comic books. I mean, Comic-Con, you got to have comic books. Comic books and toys seem to be the thing. I mean, what I haven't seen is the sea of Funko Pops. I mean, that always makes me happy, because if there's one thing we see enough of in the world, it's Funko Pops. And we don't need more of those. But hey, you know what? If you do, good for you. I'm not judging. Just gonna kind of take a look. Like I said, lots of good toys available. I need to resist the urge to buy more toys. Lots of great graded books. And of course, when we're done, we'll finish up the whole tour at the table, taking a look at the Finish Line Comics setup and booth. And all right, so here we go. Take a look down this aisle. And TC's Rockets. We need a Pops Pop. I guess we do. I mean, I guess you can do whatever you want. You can get whatever kind of pop you want if you go to those customized ones. My daughter actually last year, she did Funko Pops of every single member of my family. So it was really cool. I'll have to show those on one of the Saturday morning shows when I'm at home. So she did it of my wife, my daughter, my mom, stepdad, and my brother. So yeah, she did them all hand painted, sculpted different things for them. So they're not all bad. And you know, here they are. Like I said, I'm not gonna shit on them too much. But I just remember the years at San Diego Comic-Con when that was all you would see was the, you know, like the sea of Funko Pops and like little else. I mean, they were taking spots of everything else. So I guess that's where I have my issues with them. But that is simply my opinion. And we discussed this on the music show. It's not right or wrong. And you can feel free to argue with me. If you're a Funko guy, then you can tell me that I'm entirely insane. All right, so just kind of going row by row. It's kind of my first time seeing it. We got some. Now these are more full scale of Star Wars robots. Pretty amazing stuff. Like I said, you can still see kind of the scramble going on. People trying to get themselves set up and ready. Some great art available right here. And I don't know the numbers. The number system is very interesting. You have 6 pops. I have a lot actually. I keep a bunch in my classroom, and I mean they're kind of fun to see in the classroom. I put them there. Otherwise, I don't really have any at home except for like I think we have the Pillsbury Doughboy and the Monster cereal ones, and we put those in the kitchen because it's kind of a good spot to have fun. The food Funko Pops or the food adjacent Funko Pops in there. So we have a Pillsbury Doughboy, we have the Boo Berry, Count Chocula, and Frankenberry in there, and yeah, they look cool. Can't say anything. They are fun. Nothing. Can't take away the fact that they're just a good time, but my gosh, they license everything under the sun for those guys. So it is a pretty insane amount of licensing they must spend to have a little bit of everything, including things that you would never think need to be merchandised, but they're all about merchandise. So I guess, you know what? If you like it, they have it. So there's something to be said about that. And here we go. There is the sea of them. So these are probably ones that they have the celebrities here for, so you can get their autograph. And this is going to be kind of where a lot of the autographs are taking place. So once the show gets started in 30 minutes, you can take a look and see a lot of the different celebrities. And yeah, Joshua Pruitt's right here. He was right by me when I was at the last con. So he's going to have to hear my pitch again and again and again and again. So he will soon have it memorized like all my neighbors do. The library ghost, I think I have, see, I don't know. I have actually a lot in my class. I have probably around 100. I stack them on this dead shelf, this dead cabinet we have, because it looks better than just nothing there. So we're going to go down. We're going to skip this row, actually. The reason being, because this is my row, and we will come back to it. We will fully circle back when I'm ready to show kind of the booth tour. So you can see if you're in the Del Mar area where you can come down and grab your Finish Line Comics needs. We have Corruptor, we have Immortal Era, we have floaters all available. This is only the second con I've brought floaters to, so yeah, I'm excited because the last one, it sold really well. People seemed excited about it, and enough so that I've got enough buzz that there will be an issue 2. I said it on, I think, one of the last Saturday shows, because initially it was written as a one-shot, still is. You can skip number 2 and you'll be fine. It's just another person's going to get them. Things are going to go south. That's what happens in floaters. But for me, it'll lose a lot of the personal connection. It won't be the autobiographical version that we had earlier because, I don't know, I still have a few things I could put in there. Streaking Man, when we did our launch show, that was the one thing that wasn't in the book that I got to figure out a way to get into it. So the streaker in the hospital will finally make his way into the book, but I'm not making it not, I mean, I guess it's already not safe for work. No boobs, but a lot of decapitated heads. So maybe those are safe for work. I don't know. All right, so we're just kind of going through quickly. So as you can see, we're in Artist Alley, so there's a lot of great artwork to be seen. All of these people will be here all weekend. This is a 2-day show, so it's Saturday and Sunday. I'm not quite sure how much admission is. I know it's not sold out, so you can come down at the Del Mar Fairgrounds and get yourself a ticket. No problem with that. And I'm going to kind of jump this way. This is where the cosplay competition, here's some of the panels that they have, or this is the cafe. And I know they do have panels. The panels are, you don't have to go to a separate room or anything. It is all, pardon me, it is all just out there on an open stage. The stage is set up. I don't know if I found it. I'm kind of going through quickly, showing what's around here. I mean, it'll be a fast show today because it's more just showcasing everything that's here. But there's, people are still in scramble mode trying to get all of their stuff set up. And I understand, but I got here early because I was driving in, and you can never trust traffic in California. It can either be smooth and easy or nightmarish, and never in between, it seems like. There we go. Some more cool vintage toys. A couple of them I've been eyeballing, so I will probably head this direction when you get a chance. I mean, it's when you're at a con, it's just when you can squeeze in the time. But my daughter's here, so I do have someone who can watch the booth if I want to just wander for a minute. And she's done the booth enough times. She knows how to do my pitch. I think she's even sold a couple books, so she's good with that. So now we are going to head back. And if you look in the far distance, you can see the stage, and that's where they set up and do all the different panels and everything. I mean, it's hard. Running this interface on my phone is always tricky, but the tablet is temperamental. So I just went with what I could trust. And now we're going to head down my aisle, take a booth tour of the Finish Line Comics setup. So you can see what we have. We actually have shirts available. So I got many requests for shirts at con. So I finally printed one of each size. So nothing monumental, but one of each size. There we go. Taking a look. Plushies. Headless Chewbacca. I'm sure he'll have a head eventually, but right now, he's now part of the Immortal Era universe. He has no head. If you've read the universe, you know decapitated heads are a norm. So he is the newest casualty. Headless Chewbacca. He's done. All right, so let's take a look at the Finish Line Comics booth. So here we are on the outside, and we have our little Cthulhu Invade section where you can get the soft cover, the hard cover, and the preview edition. And of course, our Cthulhu plushie, courtesy of Carissa Grant, the queen of plushies. So, get these straightened out. We have all of the issues of Immortal Era, the floaters, and the William Russell cover. A few copies of the collective left, so that's still available. A handful, and then this one was actually a few years ago. It was the Rocket Con exclusive, so it's available here. And then we have, again, a handful of the black and white floaters and a handful of the amazing Fish Lee. I think we have 25 left because I printed 50 instead of just 25 for this round, because in the Kickstarter, I sold 25 copies already. Normally my foils are 25, but I did it as 50 or else it would have been sold out before it even had a chance to hit the table. So we doubled up the print, but still a low print run. And then we have some of the graded stuff. I'm actually sending a batch of graded books into CGC like 2 weeks, I think, during WonderCon. They're always there. So I'll be at WonderCon just attending, not selling, but I'll be sending some books in. So I'll have a lot of floaters because I know that people like issue ones. And then, of course, I said shirts. We got this shirt, which is the issue 6 foil cover. Let me see. I'm going to go right over here so you can see. Here is the cover. This one actually did sell out in the Kickstarter. So it was a 25 print run, and I sold 22 copies on Kickstarter, and then 3 went to CGC. This one is all that's left besides my private collection one, so that's why it's a 9.6, but it sits at 75 because it's the last one that exists. Then we have our pin set, a few keychains. They're actually the same keychain, but this is one side. It's just a two-sided, so you can see both sides. And these are quite literally the last 2 that I have of the keychains. We have the Father poker chip, the RE poker chip, an LED light. These are called pop patches. You can use them as magnets, or you can use them as, not magnets, part. You can use them as stickers or iron-ons. And then we have a couple left of the issue 1 shirt, and then the Fish Lee cover shirt. So this is what's available at the Finish Line Comics table. We will be here Saturday and Sunday, all through the weekend. It opens up at 10 today. So we'll be here in 15 minutes getting things started. And after that, all weekend long. So if you're in the Del Mar area, head on down to Rocket Con. It's always a fun one. It's a smaller show, but it's CC's Rockets is a comic shop that's in San Diego, and amazing comic shop in San Diego. And they put on this show. And if you aren't here this weekend, just head to their shop at any point you can, because it is a great shop. If you love vintage toys and things like that, they are loaded, and they also have all the issues of Immortal Era. So if you miss me here, you can catch me there. So short show this week, but I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of where we're at, Rocket Con in San Diego. So head down to Del Mar Fairgrounds, and I hope I see you this weekend.